When a market crashes, most investors ask one question: what should I do right now? And unfortunately, that is exactly the wrong time to start figuring it out. Because in a market crash, you do not rise to the occasion, you fall to your system. And if you do not have a system, you default to emotion. You sell because you feel fear. You freeze because you feel uncertainty. You wait because you hope things get clear. And by the time things feel clear again, the opportunity is gone. The recovery has already started and you are left behind. In this video, I'm going to give you a clear, simple, practical playbook for exactly what to do during a market crash. Not theory, not predictions, but actions. So when the next crash happens, and it will, you do not have to guess. You do not have to react. You simply follow the plan. Hello, fellow compounders. I'm Chen, CFA charter holder, former hedge fund manager, and Wharton MBA. Welcome back to the Always Be Compounding Club. A quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Investing involves risk and all examples are hypothetical and for illustration purposes only. Always do your own research. Rule number 1, do nothing at first. This might sound counterintuitive, but the first rule of a market crash is this: do nothing. Not forever, but at the beginning. Because in the early phase of a crash is where emotions are highest and clarity is lowest. This is when investors make their biggest mistakes. They react quickly, they try to outsmart the market, they make decisions based on fear instead of process. And those decisions often lead to worse outcomes. So what should you do instead? You pause, you take a breath, and you observe what is happening. You allow the market to move without immediately trying to respond to it. Because reacting too early is often more dangerous than not reacting at all. But doing nothing at the beginning does not mean doing nothing forever. Because eventually, you do need to act. Rule number 2, go back to your plan. Smart investors do not create a strategy during a crash. They already have one. And this is where your preparation pays off. Because before a crash ever happens, you should already know what your asset allocation is, what your risk tolerance is, what your long-term goals are. This is your investment policy statement. This is your roadmap. And during a crash, your job is not to predict what happens next. Your job is to follow your plan. If your plan says 75% equities, 25% fixed income, then that is your anchor. Not the headlines, not the noise, not the fear, your plan. Because your plan was created when you were calm. And that is exactly when good decisions are made. And once you go back to your plan, it naturally leads you to the next action. Rule number 3, rebalance systematically. When markets fall, your portfolio does not stay the same. It drifts. Your equities decline. Your bonds may hold up better. Your cash stays stable. So your allocation shifts, and that creates opportunity. Let me walk you through this step by step. Let's say you started out with a $1 million portfolio, hypothetically. $750,000 in equities, $250,000 in bonds. Now that the market drops 30%, your equities fall to about $525,000. Your bonds still will be around $240,000 or $250,000. Now your portfolio is no longer 75% equities. It's lower. So what do? You rebalance. You take money from bonds and move it into equities. Not because you feel confident, not because the news looks good, but because your plan tells you to. You're systematically buying what has gone down. And this is the key. You're buying when it feels uncomfortable. That is what disciplined investing looks like. And if you're not retired and are still working, there is something even more powerful you can do. Rule number 4, keep investing consistently. If you still have income coming in, a market crash is not just something to survive. It's something you can take advantage of. Because during a crash, prices are lower, which means your future expected returns are higher. Every dollar you invest during this period has more potential. This is dollar cost averaging. But more importantly, this is disciplined behavior. Most investors stop investing during crashes. They wait, they hesitate, they try to time the market, or they try to time when to get back in. But smart investors continue. They invest consistently. They automate their contributions. They treat investing like a habit, not a reaction. And over time, those decisions compound into meaningful results. But what if you are no longer earning income? What if you're already in retirement? Rule number 5, protect your withdrawal strategy. If you're retired, a market crash requires a different approach. Because now you're not just investing, you are withdrawing. And this is where sequence of returns risk becomes critical. If you are forced to sell equities when prices are down, you are locking in losses, and that can permanently damage your portfolio. So what do smart investors do? They prepare in advance. This is where the bucket strategy becomes incredibly useful. You divide your portfolio into 3 parts: a cash bucket for short-term spending, a bond bucket for medium-term stability, and an equity bucket for long-term growth. During a market crash, you withdraw from your cash bucket. You avoid selling equities at depressed prices. You give your portfolio time to recover, and that one decision can make a massive difference over time. But all these strategies depend on one thing, and this is where most investors struggle. Rule number 6, control your behavior. This is the real game, not markets, behavior. Because during a crash, your brain is working against you. Fear feels logical, selling feels responsible, waiting feels safe, but those feelings often lead to poor decisions. This is why rules matter, because rules replace emotion. Rules give you structure. Rules give you clarity. Smart investors do not rely on willpower. They rely on systems, and those systems help them act rationally, even when emotions are high. And that brings us to the most important principle of all. Rule number 7, stay in the market. You probably heard this before. Time in the market beats timing the market. Let me repeat that again. Time in the market beats timing the market. But let me explain why this is so important. To successfully time the market, you do not have to be right once. You have to be right twice. You have to sell at the right time, and you have to buy back at the right time. And both decisions have to be correct. That is incredibly difficult to do, because when markets are falling, it feels like they will continue falling. And when markets start recovering, it feels like you have already missed it. So what happens? Most investors sell late, and then they buy back even later, which means they lock in losses and they miss the recovery. That is why smart investors stay in the market. They do not try to outguess it. They accept volatility because they understand that the recovery is where wealth is built. Let's make a quick pause here. Let me say this. Knowing what to do during a market crash is one thing. Actually doing it is something else entirely. Because when markets are falling and headlines are negative and your portfolio is down, it is really hard to stay disciplined on your own. That is one of the reasons I created the Always Be Compounding Club. It is a place where long-term investors come together to stay grounded, to ask questions, and to focus on what actually matters. We have regular sessions like Coffee with the Chief Compounder, portfolio discussions, and live Q&A sessions. So instead of reacting to the noise, you're making decisions with clarity. If you want to check it out, you can join for free using the link in the description below. And by the way, when you join, you will have access to a market crash checklist, which is very useful. Now let's bring it all together. The crash playbook. Here is your playbook. Step 1, do nothing at first. Step 2, go back to your plan. Step 3, rebalance systematically. Step 4, keep investing if you can. Step 5, protect your withdrawals if you are retired. Step 6, control your behavior. And step 7, stay in the market. That's it. Simple. Not easy, but simple. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to build a portfolio that is specifically designed to survive market crashes. Not just endure them, but take advantage of them. If you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe and join our community of long-term investors focused on building real wealth. And remember, the key to building wealth is not predicting the market. It is to always be compounding. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care.